Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the Daily Update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is up about 0.5% there on the S&P. Nasdaq is up 1%. Semiconductor, 0.5%. Dow up a little bit. Small caps up a little bit. Same with the banks, energy, transport, biotech. They are up a little bit today. Pharmaceutical, however, did see a decline today with about 1% negative there. Emerging market down a little bit. Grayscale, Bitcoin up about 1%. Gold, silver, miners down about 1%. Dollar flat. Oil flat. Treasury bond flat. We got the VIX down about 7%. Let's stick with the spider 65-minute chart here. So something we've been talking about a lot this entire month of June, which was a follow-through. We need a follow-through. We've been talking about that this entire week, the weekend, and the past week, and before it, that we need to see a follow-through because we've been seeing these one-day moves without the follow-through. Today, on June 22nd, 2021, is the first day in the entire month of June to see a bullish move and to see a follow through next day. So with that, we did find some traction to the upside. Do you guys remember on the last night's video? This is what it looked like, right? This is where it closed yesterday. We're just right on that short-term moving average. And I've given you these two micro-term support areas, right? And you can see what happened, right? The short-term moving average was actually supporting the bears, acting as resistance. And then once we cleared above it right here, right? This is the what? Fourth hour on the last night's or yesterday's price action, and then that was fifth hour and sixth hour we held, and we see that micro term pivot at work, right? Resistance, move through it, and then short term, micro term support. But remember what I said yesterday, I want to see how it's gonna react today. Keep in mind, today we opened pretty much flat, and then you see that lower wick here. Market looked bearish on the first hour, but guess where we found support at? 420, coinciding with my short-term moving average, and it propped itself up. On the first hour, we made new high, right? You see that? High, higher high. And with that, my short-term moving average is now what? Is rising. It's supporting the buyers, right? And then that was the second hour, third hour, fourth hour, and fifth hour, and sixth hour, right? So definitely, as of today, we want to give benefit of the doubt to the buyers. That does not mean we're not going to see a pullback, along the way. It just means that when we do see a pullback, we want to give benefit of the doubt to the buyers. Yesterday, I was standing on neutral to bullish, right? Because I wasn't quite sure 100% how this market is going to behave right on that short term. Because short term moving average is pretty much moving sideways, right? That's why I wasn't quite ready to give that, bullish stance. But I was neutral to bullish in the short term. And then with this, now we can label this market bullish overall. But keep in mind, though, we did see pretty nice rally in the last couple days. So we're probably getting into the overbought level as we check out our oscillator. But before we get into check out the oscillator, I do want to move these levels right here. So this is a level you can see that's a prior resistance, right? Definitely, we can all see that that's a definitive prior resistance. So I'm gonna tighten it a little bit. Actually, let's do it like that, right? And so 422.55, and I'm gonna move this to summer right here. Let's do summer right here. You know what? I still wanna put this at 420.50, just so that we can kind of gauge this level, that prior support, and then we saw that support this morning, first hour, and last 2 hours, yesterday's price action. And then right in between, we have the short-term moving average residing, kind of guarding that vicinity. So should there be any kind of slide going into tomorrow. Micro term support, micro term, right? Maybe first hour or so will be 422.55. If we see a further decline, my short-term moving average is residing at 420.13. And then this support right here at 420.48, right? And a lot of people are probably thinking about, what is that? What about that, shooting star candle? Okay, is that gonna be a problem? First of all, we have to understand the fact that we did cultivate that higher high today. It's very, very subtle. But, when the downtrend is going to be developed, you really need to see lower highs and lower lows. So if this thing was going to continue in a downtrend, bears really needed to bring it down here, right? And then make that into a lower high and then continue lower to make lower low. If we can continue with that series of lower highs and lower lows, that's when we can categorize this market as a bearish downtrend in the short to midterm, right? That with that cultivation of higher high here, this is now buyers are getting ready to establish a new trend. However, we do not have higher low yet, right? This is just straight up move. We don't have any kind of cultivation of higher low. So what we don't know is this thing gonna maybe come down just a little bit and get a higher low? Or are we gonna come back down to maybe short term and a higher low? Or are we gonna come all the way down to 420 and higher low? Or is it gonna come all the way down to my short to mid term, that pink moving average here, and then build the higher low? See, that you don't know, I don't know, none of us know. So as while we give the benefit of the doubt to the buyers, we wanna keep in mind that this market needs to cultivate that higher low. Sometimes, however, market can keep going higher without cultivating my higher low or very minimal higher low. So we have to kind of be aware, open-minded for potential correction or pullback in the micro term, right? And look at these levels as potential support, right? So let's check out that oscillator and see if we can extract any more information. So the oscillator is getting to that level, overbought level here. So you can see if I go back to in May, we are actually getting pretty near to that level. That doesn't always mean it's the top, right? You can see that right here. So as I draw these arrows, this right here was at the top. No, it wasn't, because the market did. I mean, you did see that pullback, right? That's what I mean by higher low here. You see that higher low, right here. You see that higher low. This could also do the same, right? That higher low here. So we are seeing, we're getting to that level where overbought level. Buyers are probably getting kind of tired here, looking at things in the micro term, micro to short term. So either buyers gonna maybe pull back to cultivate the higher low or keep pushing. They could keep push higher, right? And so that's something we need to find out how this market is going to play out tomorrow, and we'll get a better idea. We'll go from there, right? You guys enjoy the rest of this evening, and good luck trading tomorrow. I've been promoting this special research I've done for my members. I just released it a couple days ago, which I believe in my research, in my findings, in my analysis, that a lot of people think that we are in that 2000 dot-com bubble top, and the market, it is ready to crash down. In my research, in my findings, and I'm not talking about certain stocks or anything. I'm talking about overall market. We're talking Nasdaq, we're talking S&P, we're talking Dow, we're talking overall market, right? And so as far as the overall market is concerned, we're nowhere near dot-com bubble top that we've seen in late 1990s. If anything, we're in the early 1990s before a huge bubble that is huge, explosive, bullish run that is similar to what we've seen in 1990s, and it's going to impact the entire market. But certain sector is going to benefit from this move more than others, which I talk about in this research report. It's a video research report, but I talk about my fundamental findings, fundamental analysis, which is also affirmed by technical analysis, also giving targets on how many years we will see this bubble lasting, and why this bubble is going to happen, right? So if you want to take advantage of this, this research report, obviously, a lot of people have asked me if they can get this report by itself. I'm not gonna sell that by itself. Even if I do, it will be same price as 1 month of my investor subscription service, a fee for 1 month. So I think it's okay if you guys want to do this. I think a lot of people have done this where just sign up for 1 month and you can cancel it right away. And that way, you know, not only you're going to get the special report that I've just released, but you would also get some other reports such as this, and maybe getting some video lesson regarding how the long term, the primary and the macro and secular, which you hear me talk about so much in these videos, right? But I don't have time to go through all this, and you can you know listen, you can learn about that so you can fully understand. Because if you understand a big picture, man, I mean you are not gonna be start freaking out just because there's like 0.5% down day. Then obviously you're gonna kind of get to see what are the positions I'm currently holding, where am I investing, and things like that. And maybe in a month or so, if I'm getting to any new trades or if I'm adding into my current trades, you would also get some of the stock picks if there's availability. Because I don't day trade, right? So I don't swing trade. So there isn't going to be always availability. But if I see an opportunity, but when I get into it, just I'm a position trader and a long-term investor, as a lot of people know. So long-term investor meaning I'm gonna be buying these stocks, right? I'm gonna be buying these stocks or some ETFs or something like that, and I'm gonna be holding maybe year, 2 years, or 3 years, and I'm gonna fully ride that primary uptrend. But I also do ETFs, position trading. Those are I'm gonna be trading maybe double shares, triple shares, something like that. And if you get into Premier and VIP, there will be options trading with ETFs, position trading, which is going to be options trading, which I'm going to be using options instruments to trade for 3 months to 6 months to fully optimize, to fully ride that rally. Right, so you can definitely take advantage of this, and again, you can get all those as extra. But if this is what you really, I think it's worth it. To be honest with you, I think it's worth it to get this report, so then at least you get a good idea of what market, where we might be heading in the next 5-10 years or more, right? And so maybe you get a good idea of that. But if you've been thinking about joining Traders Club, and so then I do have June 2021 special invitation for annual memberships. So we got Investor Premium VIP. If you kind of click on these links, you'll get an extra 10% for this, extra 15% and 50% off. And keep in mind though, these regular price yearlies are already 25 to 30% off. So that's on top of that 10%. So that's almost like 40%. That's almost like, that's almost like 40-50% off going to these links here to take advantage of that. But then again, if you don't want to do any of those things, just sign up for 1 month and you can cancel it right away, so you don't have to think about it. And then you just get the report, and then you can get some extra stuff. And then at least that way you get a good idea of potentially what could be happening, right? I don't presume to know everything. I'm not guaranteeing that this is exactly what's gonna happen. But I believe that it's profound. It's very, very compelling. And as you watch this research, you realize this is probably something that you're never gonna hear from anybody else. You know what I mean? So I promise you're not gonna be disappointed in this research report. You're not gonna be like, oh my God, I always